there are probably more scenarios than two, but I'm going to go with two because this is going to be a short video. There are two scenarios right now about the potato and him continuing to run for the presidency in November for another 4 more years. And with his debate performance, you know that 4 more years is going to be even more hilarious if he does in fact somehow squeak on by. There's two scenarios right now, and both of them are not good. One, you 86 him, you make him bow out, and then you have to let Kamala Harris step in as the presidential nominee and our president right now. She would be the 47th president. And then hopefully if Orange Man gets in, he'd be 48. Now, because Kamala Harris isn't just going to step aside and let, say, Gavin Newsom, ascend to the presidency or ascend to the nomination process. Because I think right now that the DNC can just put whoever they want in there without a vote. And of course, that's going to make a lot of people mad because there are a lot of people that maybe want Gretchen Whitmer, Newsom, or Kamala Harris, or even Hillary Clinton. So there's going to be so that scenario right there is bad. So if that just scenario exists in my head, you have to let the dementia patient continue on, knowing full well that his chances of winning have decreased a lot since then. There is that. And the other scenario is you let him run all the way to completion. And if he wins, and then if he wins and then he goes to the inauguration again, and he bows out and lets Kamala Harris take over. And depending on who is running the Congress at the time, the person next in line is the Speaker of the House. And if that's Mike Johnson, he's the vice president as a Republican. If it's somebody else, it'll be Hakeem Hicks, whatever that chucklehead is. He would be it. So there's that wacky scenario where you let him go. You keep ignoring and keep saying, oh, you just had a bad debate, even though it's plain as day. And both scenarios aren't good. But the second scenario is, in my opinion right now, is the more probable one. Because you're going to piss a lot of people off, and there's a lot of people jockeying for power. There's a lot of wacky side quests or different factions in the Democrats. You got the wacky communist Democrats, you got the wacky socialist Democrats, you get the wacky green Democrats, you get the wacky authoritarian Democrats, you get the sort of middle of the road Democrats, right-leaning leftists. I don't even know if they exist, but you get my point. And they're all going to be jockeying for power, and they're not going to want to just roll over and give in. It'll be like some weird parliamentary system where, like in Italy, for example, anytime there's a change of a stoplight or they want to add a stoplight, whole government collapses and they try to get a new president or prime minister. That's how it works. Something like that. I always heard that story. But the second scenario I just put in is the only one that would piss off the least amount of Democrats and liberals and communists and libprods out there. And both those scenarios are terrible. Now, you can come up with 3 or 4 or 5 more, but I just want to keep this video short. And those are the only two right now that are remotely possible right now. Matter of fact, this just came in, was it last night, that his family, the Bidens, are going to get together and talk about what they're going to do. What does that mean? I don't know. It's been reported by a couple different people. That doesn't really mean anything. It could be nothing. It could mean everything. I just don't see even Jill Biden saying, yeah, we'll just step aside. No, she's already locked in. She's already baked into the solution. She ain't going to step off to the side. She's like Woodrow Wilson's wife when, he was an invalid and the cabinet of Wilson's administration would come and, hey, we need to speak to Woodrow. Oh, no, he's a little sick. We haven't talked to him for 6 months. Yeah, don't worry about it. Here, I'll take him to the room so he can sign for it. Shit like that. Shenanigans like that. So I can see all those two situations or two scenarios that are remotely possible. And they're both terrible. One's more terrible than the other one, but they can't, for all intents and purposes, do it. And that's why I said in my previous video yesterday that they're going to put Trump in jail. They're going to, and there's two scenarios there where if they put him in jail, it'll piss a lot of people off. If they just give him a fine, they're going to piss a lot of people off. So, in my heart of hearts or my head, they're going to toss him into jail. So, I don't know what you guys think. Put in the comments below. Like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah.